Former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra has been cleared of violating strict laws against insulting the monarchy by a court in the capital, Bangkok. The 76-year-old was facing up to 15 years in prison if found guilty of breaching the country's strict laws that criminalise almost any criticism of the Thai royal family, but which critics say are often used to target activists and political opponents. Our Southeast Asia correspondent Jonathan Head told me about the background of this case.
Lese majeste cases are always problematic. They're usually held in secret. We often don't know the full facts. This was a little unusual in that the judges actually explained their ruling in some detail and did treat the wording of the law quite literally. It only covers the four top members of the monarchy, the king, queen, heir and any regent. Now, Mr Thaksin is a very controversial figure, no question. He's kind of dominated Thai politics for 25 years. He was in exile for a long time. He was ousted by a coup. He had other criminal charges against him, but he was allowed to come back 2 years ago. He said there was no deal, but the presumption was there was a deal. His party was one of the larger parties after the last election. His party was allowed to form a government. His daughter is the current Prime Minister, although she's currently suspended. But the idea was that Mr Thaksin would, it was assumed, take a much lower profile. But that isn't him. He's always been a very flamboyant, outspoken figure. He's very wealthy. And this lese majeste charge, which was originally drawn up 9 years ago, was reactivated a year ago, and most people assumed that it was being used in some way, that it was a way of handcuffing him, of limiting him, having this charge hanging over him. Either way, the verdict has gone in his favour. He could have spent up to 15 years in prison. The judges were very literal in their reasoning, but he still faces one more criminal investigation into how he managed to avoid spending any time in prison when he had to face a sentence after coming back from exile. He managed to spend it in a prison hospital. And his daughter, Paetongtarn, will find out whether she remains Prime Minister in a ruling next week, because she's been suspended over a leaked conversation she had with the Cambodian strongman. This is to do with the Thai-Cambodian border war. So the Shinawatra family are still a very big feature in Thai life, but they're controversial, and these legal cases are seen very much in that light, that they're challenges to the family and its political prominence.
And you mentioned that Thaksin Shinawatra doesn't tend to kind of keep a low profile. Given that you said that there's still some cases against the family, what do you think he'll do next?
Look, I honestly think, having watched him for 25 years, he's incapable of keeping a low profile. It's just him. He's a very natural politician. He's a good communicator. He's very ambitious. He's got great self-belief that he's got the answers to his country's problems. He certainly rubs a lot of people up the wrong way. He's got a lot of enemies here, particularly in the conservative royalist circles. So I don't think he's going to be quiet, but I think there will be talking behind the scenes going on about what his future is, what the future of his party is. Although his party's in government, it's an uneasy coalition. They've not performed very well economically. The Cambodian border war has not made them look good. I think there may be some discussion about whether there shouldn't be some political changes at the top, particularly if his daughter is stripped of the prime ministership. But I think even if that doesn't happen, the Shinawatra family, for all of their prominence, are no longer as powerful as they used to be. And I think we will see quite a lot of movement in who runs Thai politics. Mr Thaksin will be there, very visible as always. But I think these days, as a 76-year-old man, he just isn't the powerful figure he used to be.
Jonathan Head there.